Alright, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Now, for today, I have an amazing idea, right? Though it's really not that genius, trust me. And it probably will not get any views, but if it does, that's great. And if not, then we'll live without it. So, what is today's video idea, you may ask? And it is something I came up with that I call art tales. What are these art tales, you might ask? They are me telling you guys some stories and stuff that have happened to me throughout my entire life so far. And being that I'm still in school, so you're gonna hear some of those generic school-like stories. And then probably, if this segment thing goes on long enough, you might hear like a real work one. Who knows? Anyways, time for something more important, which is the actual video. Now, firstly, I no longer have an intro, because since my phone got wiped, the intro and all that went. And then along with that, I also lost complete interest in actually making an intro again. So I'm gonna make one later, but probably like not now. Kind of busy now. So yeah. By the way, you have no idea how cold this is right now. Like, I mixed it earlier and then had to set up for this video, and that took so long, and now this is cold. So yeah, that's my punishment. Moving right along. How long is this video? Wow. Okay, let's start. Now, for today's art tale, it's something being what people would consider as artistically talented. I've always had it pretty easy when it came on to drawing. Of course, they weren't always the best drawings, still aren't the best drawings, but I always had it relatively easy. Now, this is the tale of that many people, I'm very sure, who do art are able to tell at least one friend that it happened to them at least once. And it's the competition. Now, let me tell you about my first ever time in a competition. Alright. So I was in primary school and enjoying myself. I was always drawing. I was always in my little section by myself drawing, and then you'd have that crowd of people that just come around you and start watching, and they're like, "Oh my god, you can draw!" And then I'm just like, yeah. In primary school, I was kind of a show off, and whenever people were around me, even though I didn't really like attention that much, I'd always be very glad and greedily snatch all attention I could get. So, like, I was there sitting down at my desk, and like this crowd came around me and they were just watching, and I was like, "Guys, please, I need some air to breathe, guys." And then this random kid came up and he was like, "I can draw better than him." And the thing is that whenever people say that, it never ends right for them. So he came up and he was like, "Well, give me anything. I can draw way better than you, trust me." Now, he showed us some stuff that he drew, and by us, I mean me and the crowd of people behind me. And he showed us some stuff he could do, like this book that had some drawings in there, but they weren't like real drawings. They were all just pictures of cars that he printed or traced over. Like, he placed paper over the picture and just traced it over, and then did that over and over again, but slightly different each time, like adding one different thing on it, right? So yeah, me still being that pompous guy that I once was, gratefully accepted this challenge, because I've never had challenge at that time. So it was always fun when someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, I can draw better than you." And it's happened so many times. It still does happen, and it's so funny every time it happens. Moving right along, back on track. Sorry. So why do I squint so much? Anyways, so yeah. Now we both took out sheets of paper, and we were like, the group of people gave us something to draw. And I don't remember what they asked. I think it was a what's that thing called again? Crap, it's a tool. It's a tool. I don't remember what it's called though. It closes. It's not a wrench. Pliers. Yes. Wow. Wow, I'm sad. Anyways, yes, pliers. And we were supposed to draw pliers, and that was from memory because we had no idea what one looked like exactly. Well, we saw them before, but there was none inside, so we couldn't just take out one and just start drawing it. Wow. Anyways, so I was there, sketching this in all perfectly. Of course, not perfectly, because these drawings were really crappy and they were lean and so not proportional, because like some parts of it looked larger than other parts, and I'm looking back at that picture in my mind now. I'm like, what did I do? Why would I ever do that? But it was younger man, so who cares, right? And then he was there just like using everything that he could possibly find. Like with the book, there was a picture of a car on it, so he took like the book with the car and placed the paper over it, and for every curve that he would make, he'd trace the curve from the car onto the paper and then build off that. And no one was really paying attention to him because, as I said, the crowd was already around me, and it was like, oh well, yeah. So now when we were finished, mine looked pretty off and very unbalanced, and then his looked kind of decent because he traced it, and the car has perfect curves. My hand did not at that time. Now if I should ever do that, it would be perfect, trust me when I say that. But yeah, back then my curves were like mini curves all coming together to make a curved curve. Yeah, like you'd have little bumps in each curve. Like in the curve, you'd have so many bumps there that you'd think that my curve is a teenage girl with acne. I'm serious. But yeah, so now everyone was like, wow, no, this is not real. And then me being very observant, and I was like, oh really, that's what he did? So now I then came up with the idea and said, okay, here's an idea. How about we both draw on the teacher's table? Because the teachers, you see, back in primary school, students' desks were always just wood, and they were always like horribly dealt with. Because the top, I'm hoping that the top was one smooth, but by the time I got that desk, it was not smooth. It had more holes than my skin. Pores. That's what I'm trying to refer to pores. Don't think about it nastily, you nasties. It had more bumps than, well, I can't say my skin anymore, but yeah, it had more bumps than a teenager with acne. It was rough and it was horrible. But the teacher's table, that was metal with that little leathery thing that covers the top. And then they even have tablecloth that covers all over that. So that was perfect for them. So the teacher saw, firstly, back in, I think it was like first grade, no teacher cared what you wanted to do. As long as you got the work done, you were perfectly fine. Lunchtime, do whatever you want. If you finish the work and everybody else finished the work and the teacher is not using the table, it's perfectly fine to go there. As long as there's not money on the desk and yeah. Sorry. So we both went there, and he carried his book, and I was like, no, remember the teacher's table is smooth, we don't need a book, trust me. So I took his book and I placed it down. In my mind, I'm like, yes, I'm so going to show off right now. I'm going to hurt his feelings. And then we were left in that situation where we didn't know what to draw again. What did I do? You see, we had these newspaper things that they always gave us every year called Children's Own, which is like it's like a child's version of our country's local gleaner company called the Gleaner, and by own as in like this newspaper section is for children, so it's like, you know, yeah. Moving right along, now we saw a picture of Naruto in there, and that's what we both drew. Now of course mine did look crappy, I'm not gonna even lie to you, it was utter crap, but back then that was amazing. And if you saw what he did, you would die of laughter in comparison. And I don't mean die because, you know, oh my god, you're so mean, you're laughing at someone who can't draw. No, I'm laughing because he tried to say that he could do better than me. Moral of the story, do not be pompous. Do not go to anyone and say, oh, I'm better than you, because there's a very high chance that the person you're going to say you're better than is better than you. In some circumstances, not all. Because, you know, you always have that guy or that girl who actually, when you go up to them and you're like, I'm better than you, they actually aren't, because you were actually the talented one in this situation. But who cares? We're speaking to those who are not the very talented ones. Please do not start competitions because of this video. Do not go to people and say, oh, I can draw better than you. Do not go to anyone and imply or impose that their skills are inferior to yours, because when you do that, you hurt their feelings, and also you kind of awaken this little need that all humans have to win, and you may or may not lose. I've never lost though, so haha. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Sorry for not making videos, but you already know why. I think I said it in like my last 2 or so videos, like 2 or so months ago. But anyways, yeah, that's all for now, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. Stay inspired to create art, and yeah, that's all for now. Later, guys. Also, before I do end this video, tell me if you guys like the type of video, or if you like the idea behind it, because I have many more stories I could tell you guys, and more interesting ones. That was just like the starting one, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more, but if you want to see, that kind of lets me know that yes, this is something that someone else will want to see, instead of me having to just do one next one and hope that the next one's something you want to see. Get me? So yeah, that's all for now, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and yeah, later, guys.